Backdoor, finding McCraven, pass a little high for him. McCraven had a reset, puts it up off the glass, good.
Out to Hallie Crockett, her second baseball pass up the floor to Abby Richmond. Right-handed layup for two.
Still backing and backing, gets stalled again, and picks up 2 points. So 2-point takedown.
The puck tries to reverse along the boards, taken away by Parker. In front, another goal! Parker tees up Brody Schultz!
Right-handed dribble, goes to Reichel, deep three-pointer on the way! That's good!
Up the floor, Severson over to Bevins, all alone, steps up, shoots the three, and it's good.
Ulstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
All right, here we go. It's the championship semifinal round of the Class B wrestling tournament. The boys will be wrestling on mats 9 and 11. On mat 9, we'll start at 220. Shane Nitschke from South Border against Armani Smith from Beulah Hazen. Well, on mat 11, it's Kate Okeson from Bishop Ryan against May Stuber from Bowman County Beach. For the girls, on mats 4 and 7, it's 190 Phoenix Lindstedt from Bismarck Legacy. Denise Fletcher from Minot. Again, also at 190, Cambry Anderson from Bismarck, Michaela Stoldahl from Bismarck Century, and our match is underway.
Yeah, mat number 9 between Nitschke and Armani Smith. At 220-pound semifinal ball. Shane Nitschke leads by a score of 2-0, picking up some near fall. Have Smith on his back in that north-south position. Going to try to advance to the championship match for the South Border Mustangs on mat 9.
Over on mat number 4, it is Denise Fletcher from Minot, a 2-0 lead over Phoenix Lindstedt from Bismarck Legacy. Cambry Anderson from Bismarck, a 2-1 lead against Michaela Stordalen from Bismarck Century. That is over on mat 7. On mat number 11, Kate Okeson from Bishop Ryan, trailing May Stuber from Bowman County Beach 2-0.
Yeah, Shane Nitschke has a 5-0 lead, has Smith on his back, working for a fall. His shoulders up just a little bit. Official Mitch Ford down there taking a look. They're down to 34 seconds to go in this first period.
First period will end on mat number 11. May Stuber from Bowman County Beach, a 2-0 lead against Bishop Ryan's Kate Okeson. In the girls tournament, period number 1 ends at mat number 7, Cambry Anderson 4, Michaela Stordalen from Bismarck Century 1. On mat number 4, Fletcher 2 from Minot, Lindstedt from Legacy 0.
And Nitschke with an 8-1 lead at 220 pounds. That's on mat number 9. The wrestler's currently in the neutral position as time winds down in the first. He'll take an 8-1 lead into the second period at 225 or 220 pound semifinal match.
And a stoppage over on mat number 11. And I think there was on a restart, I think they were warning May Stuber from Bowman County Beach on a caution about his start on the restart, as they will begin. Kate Okeson trailing this one 2-0.
Yeah, Shane Nitschke, winner by fall. He advances to the championship match for the South Border Mustangs at 220 pounds. I'll bring up the 285 pound semifinal. That's Coy Okeson from Minot Bishop Ryan. He wrestled Dylan Sell for the Central Cass Squirrels. Sell a senior 20-5 record. Coy Okeson, a junior, 43-0.
Cambry Anderson from Bismarck will get the win. She is on to the championship at 190 pounds. There is blood time, a Bank North timeout on mat number 4. Fletcher from Minot leads Lindstedt from Legacy 4-1. Well, the second period, rather, we will get blood time over on mat number 11. Stuber from Bowman County Beach leads Okeson 2-0.
And Coy Okeson from Bishop Ryan on mat number 9, 285-pound. Has double underhooks on Dylan Sell. They're going to roll out of bounds, 2-point, also scoring some near fall on the edge of the mat. So Okeson working for the fall, and he'll get that and advance to the championship match at 285 pounds.
Over on mat number 7, 250-pound semifinals. Belinda Perry from Bismarck Century against defending state champion Kate Sinner from Central Cass. No score there, 26 seconds in. As the match resumes on mat number 4, and Lindstedt has Fletcher on her back. It's 4-3 as she gets the takedown as they return from blood time. And looks like we're going to have a fall here. And it's Phoenix Lindstedt from Bismarck Legacy will move on to the 190-pound championship. She will win via fall. No score on mat number 7 between Perry and Sinner at 250. Meanwhile, on mat number 11, Okeson will get 2 on a near fall, and Okeson will tie it at 2 with 10 seconds left to wrestle in the second period.
We're waiting for that match on mat number 9 between Dalton Feist, 106-pound semifinal bout from Napoleon Gackel Streeter wrestling Jack Bombach from Killdeer. And Bombach reports in, going out to put on that red leg band on mat number 9.
Results in our semifinal at 220 pounds.
Kate Sinner will get a takedown, leads 2-0. 20 seconds left in the first period. The other 250-pound semifinal underway. Love Hopkins from White Shield against Dijon Moore from Minot. Meanwhile, back over on mat number 11, it is Okeson from Bishop Ryan trailing May Stuber from Bowman County Beach 4-2. That is in the third period at the 220-pound semifinals. Sinner has a 5-0 lead. First period will end there. Hopkins and Moore still wrestling. They are scoreless. About a minute 13 seconds left to wrestle there in that matchup. And it's going to be a takedown from Moore from Minot. And she is going to try to pin Hopkins here to end this. If she does, Moore will be on to the championship at 250.
And Dalton Feist and Jack Bombach, that match now underway. At the minute mark, it's scoreless. At 106-pound semifinal bout.
And it will be a pin. Dijon Moore from Minot will get the pin over Love Hopkins. Moore will be in the 250-pound championship on the girls' side. Opponent to be determined right now. Kate Sinner leads 5-0 over Belinda Perry from Bismarck Century.
Mat number 11, 220-pound semifinal between Kate Okeson and May Stuber. That's a 3-4 advantage for May Stuber. He leads Okeson by 1 point. They're in the third period, under a minute to go. Both wrestlers currently locked up now. Double underhooks by Okeson is going to run Stuber out of bounds.
Anna White from Central Cass wrestling against Izzy Owens from Bismarck. That will be for the 100-pound semifinals.
You got a scramble here. May Stuber gets on top of Okeson. He's going to pick up 2 points. Now Okeson trying to come out the back door. It's a 6-3 lead for Stuber. Now Okeson gets away. Now 6-4 lead. We got time. Bank North timeout on mat number 11.
And Kate Sinner will get the fall for Central Cass. Defending state champion will defend her title at 250 pounds against Moore in the championship here in this girls tournament. Meanwhile, her teammate Anna White gets a takedown and leads 2-0 against Izzy Owens. That's the 100-pound semifinals over on mat number 4.
And mat number 9 still scoreless between Feist from Napoleon Gackel Streeter and Jack Bombach for the Killdeer Cowboys. And Feist currently in the bottom position. Bombach riding on top, has a deep waist. And working the far edge of the mat. Okeson on mat number 11 goes double underhooks, body lock on Stuber. Go out of bounds, 15 seconds to go.
Keely Kanoa from Mandan wrestling against Jennifer Verdeen from Headingley Scranton. That's the other 100-pound semifinals for the girls. Anna White leads 2-1. Make that 4-1. She lost Izzy Owens. Owens made it 2-1 and then responds back to White with a takedown. So 4-1 the lead.
Stuber has to watch out here on mat number 11 for another stall warning. He's warned for stalling. There's 6 seconds left. He's done the last 15 seconds is back up.
And Verdeen brought Kanoa to the mat, but didn't maintain control. Well, actually, they will give Verdeen the takedown, and then Kanoa will get the escape. So it's 2-1 over there with a minute 16 left in the first period on mat number 7. Anna White's lead is at 4-3 against Izzy Owens from Bismarck, and that second period is in the books over at mat number 4.
Yeah, May Stuber, your winner by a 6-5 decision over Kate Olkeson, advances 220-pound championship match here at Class B side on mat number 11.
Ladies and gentlemen,
And Feist and Bombach on mat 9. That's still scoreless in the second period. Feist trying to work an escape. Hip Heisway scores 1 point escape. Now a 1-0 lead for Dalton Feist.
That's a heck of a match over there at mat number 9. And here's a big match here at mat number 11 between Lions from Lisbon and defending champion, two-time defending champion AJ Hines.
Yeah, Lions getting the best of Hines out at the East-West tournament. Such victory overtime. Your Hines looking forward to this rematch with Lions.
Anna White will get the pin at 100 for Central Cask. Anna White will wrestle for the championship at 100 and would like it to be against Keely Kanoa, who they've gone head-to-head a lot this year, but said in our wrestling special considers her a close friend. So those two would like to wrestle each other as Kanoa has a lead in that one, 6-2 over Jennifer Verdeen from Henninger Scrat.
Yeah, the winner of this match on mat number 11 between AJ Hines and Grant Lyons gets to take on Coy Okeson from Minot Bishop Ryan. Okeson making his way to the championship match by fall.
105 pounds on mat 4, Veda Hoffman from South Border against Addison Yates from Harvey Wells County.
And mat number 9, Dalton Feist maintains that 1-0 lead as Bombach going down to his hip. A minute 40 mark in the third period, so it's a 1-0 lead for Feist, riding on top of Bombach.
Minute 42 to go in the second period. Kanoa from Mandan leads Verdeen from Henninger Scranton 6-2. Over on mat number 4, Veda Hoffman from South Border, 2-0 lead against Addison Yates from Harvey Wells County. Not a lot going on mat number 11 as it's a lot of hand fighting, a lot of jockeying for position between Lyons and Hines.
Yeah, Hines trying to work the collar tie. The Lions is going with the Russian tie here, just trying to pass that elbow and gain an advantage. Yeah, third period, Dalton Feist still with that 1-0 lead over Bombach. Feist trying to get the right out. Now Bombach's going to stand up. Feist takes him back down to the mat, goes double leg ride. Just to the right center of the mat from our position.
Less than a minute left in the second period between Kanoa from Mandan, Verdeen from Henninger Scranton, 100-pound semifinals. 6-2 Kanoa's lead. Over on mat number 4, Veda Hoffman leads 4-1 against Addison Yates from Harvey Wells County.
The Lions with the escape. Now Hines snaps down Lions. Lions able to get back up, rights the ship, squares up with Hines. No harm, no foul there for Grant Lyons. A minute 30 mark to go in this second period. Dalton Feist maintains this 1-0 lead. They go out of bounds for a restart. He's still up 1-0 on Bombach with 22 seconds to go in the third period. At 106 pounds on mat 9.
That'd be quite a win for Feist to hang on 1-0 the way he's wrestled all year.
Yeah, Feist, returning state place winner, placed third last year at 106 pounds.
Kanoa's lead at 10-3 as the second period ends. It's Keely Kanoa from Mandan trying to earn the right to wrestle Anna White for the championship tomorrow at 100 pounds. Jennifer Verdeen from Henninger Scranton trying to manage a comeback. On mat number 4, Veda Hoffman from South Border 7, Addison Yates from Harvey Wells County 1.
Yeah, Grant Lyons back to working that Russian tie on AJ Hines under a minute to go. Lyons leads by a score of 1-0 at 285 on mat 11.
you will picture taking. You will preside for the governor to know the fan weigh-ins.
And Dalton Feist moves on to the championship at 106 pounds. He wins by decision 1-0 over Jack Bombach, representing the Napoleon Imperials at 106 pounds.
Be prepared.
Yeah, Dalton Feist has been impressive and an impressive win for him, 1-0.
Yeah, Hines and Lyons go rolling out of bounds. Hines able to get a body lock on Lyons, but they're on the edge of the mat as he trips him just straight to his back. You get a restart back in the center of the mat with 23 seconds to go here in this second period.
Beta Hoffman from South Quarter extends her lead to 11-1 over Addison Yates from Harvey Wells County on the 105-pound semifinals.
Ladies and gentlemen, latest finals, the Class B action.
And Lions, and with the snap down on Hines, now goes double underhook. Hines trying to sag back off of this tie up. No going to the third period. AJ Hines' choice. He chooses bottom and start the third. Lions leads 1-0.
Kanoa leads 12-3 from Minot. Less than a minute left to wrestle in the final period at the 100-pound semifinals.
AJ Hines performing here in the Fargo Dome. Ties it up now 1-1 with Grant Lions.
And Verdeen will get a point on a stall over on mat number 7 as it's 12-4 Keely Kanoa.
And mat number 9, Charlie Irwin, New Salem Almont, representing the Holsteins at 113 pounds, wrestling TJ Boyer. He's up by a score of 4-0. Boyer making his way through a couple upsets there at 113 pounds.
106 pounds. Dickinson.
And Kanoa leads 12-4, 5 seconds left for Dean. Goes to shoot. Kanoa sprawls out, will run out the time. Keely Kanoa will wrestle Anna White for the championship at 100 pounds. In the girls division, the Mandan wrestler will get a rematch against White going back to the Letterman tournaments.
Yeah, Hines and Lions going out of bounds, working the edge of the mat. Lions weren't for stalling. Has Hines in a headlock. Hines able to get out of it, scores a 2-point takedown. Has Lions going over here with the half Nelson. We're down to 37 seconds to go in the third period. AJ Hines riding on top of Lions.
Beta Hoffman from South Quarter leads 11-3 against Addison Yates. A minute 06 left to wrestle in that matchup. That's 105-pound semifinals.
And Charlie Irwin, your winner by fall at 113 pounds over TJ Boyer, represent the Salem Holsteins in the championship match at 113. Hines and Lions down to last 10 seconds. Lions working double overhooks on Hines, going to try to throw him over. And Hines able to stop it. He'll get a fall or win by fall to advance to the championship match over Grant Lions. So New Salem picking up a couple pins here at heavyweight and at 113 pounds.
Beta Hoffman from South Quarter will get the pin at 105 over Addison Yates from Harvey-Well County. So Beta Hoffman onto the championship at 105. Mat number 7, Elizabeth Mortensen from Minot against Alicia Kenfick from Bismarck Legacy. That is the other 105-pound semifinal.
Mat number 11, 106-pound semifinal is Bodie Henderson for Northern Lights, wrestling Cole Bell for Stanley. Mat number 9, 113-pound semifinal, Pitch Hager for the Belva Aggies, wrestling Logan Werner for the Pembina County North Grizzlies. That's on mat number 9, 113 pounds. They are in the first period. It is scoreless.
Over on mat number 4, 110-pound semifinals, Julia Araujo from Bismarck against Elizabeth Tubati from Bismarck Legacy.
Henderson and Bell on mat number 11. They're scoreless at the minute 30 mark in this first period.
Over on mat number 7, Kenfick from Legacy leads 2-0 against Mortensen from Minot.
So Hager and Logan Werner, they're scoreless. You got a stall warning on Logan Werner over on mat number 1. They're in the first period with 28 seconds remaining. Colin Bell tried to try a shoulder spin on Bodie Henderson. He slips out of that. Henderson picks up a 2-point takedown. Bell is trying to hit a reversal on Henderson.
Over on mat number 4, We're going to get a pin. Julia Araujo from Bismarck will get the pin at 110 over Elizabeth Ubani from Legacy. So that's our other semifinalist at 110, or a championship participant at 110. Mat number 7, Kenfick from Bismarck Legacy leads 2-1. Make that 3-1 against Elizabeth Mortensen from Minot.
Yeah, Colin Bell scores a 2-point reversal and near fall on Bodie Henderson. Henderson just trying to hang on here, not give up any more near fall. He's down 5-2 to Colin Bell from Stanley.
At number 4, 115-pound semifinals, Lecture Snyder from Napoleon Gackle Street against Maggie Thielgis from Bismarck.
And mat number 9 between Hager from Velva and Logan Werner. That is still scoreless in the second period with 1:23 to go. And Hager is on top of Logan Werner. Wrestling just off the center of the mat.
Schneider will get a takedown at mat number 4 at 115 pounds against Thielgis from Bismarck.
And Henderson and Bell, it's still a 5-2 lead for Colin Bell from Stanley. The wrestler stood up here in the center of the mat on this restart with 1:30 to go in the second period.
Alexis Schneider from Napoleon Gackle Streeter will pin Maggie Thielgis from Bismarck. Schneider onto the championship at 115 for the Imperials. On mat number 7, 105-pound semifinals, Lucia Kenfick from Bismarck Legacy 3, Elizabeth Mortensen from Minot 1.
And mat number 9, still scoreless. Now a 1-0 lead for Logan Werner as he scores an escape with 30 seconds to go in the second period on mat number 9. The wrestler stood up back at the center of the mat. Mat 11, Colin Bell with that 7-2 lead. Currently on the top position of Bodie Henderson. Working a chicken wing over the top. Henderson broke belly down on the mat.
Mat number 4, it's Ray Ogden for Bismarck Century against Sani Gapler from Fargo. That's 120-pound semifinals. Ogden going from the double leg will get the takedown. She is 37-2 on the season as the senior from Bismarck Century. Kenfick looking to get a pin for Bismarck Legacy. Had a turn against Mortensen. Will get near fall points as the official will come in.
That's the end of the second period. So Colin Bell still with the 7-2 lead. Bodie Henderson's going to pick neutral to start this third period. He's down by 5 points. Got 106-pound semifinals.
Alicia Kenfick from Bismarck Legacy will get the pin. She is onto the championship at 105 pounds.
In the mat 9, that 113-pound semifinal between Logan Werner and Pitch Hager. Still a 1-0 lead for Logan Werner during the third period, but 1:45. Logan Werner currently in the top position, maintaining that 1-0 lead on Hager.
Ray Ogden from Bismarck Century will get the pin at 120. She is onto the championship for the Bismarck Century Patriots as we now will move on to 125 for the girls.
Wrestlers back up on their feet. Henderson choosing the neutral position to start this third period. They're at 1:12 to go. He's down by 5 points to Colin Bell from Stanley. And Henderson goes headlock on Bell. Bell's going to just powers out of that through the back door. Takes Henderson down for a 2-point takedown. Now leads 9-2.
Mat number 4 at 120. It's Cashin Breedall from Des Lacs Burlington against Shayla DeBlair from West Fargo United. And then at mat 7, 110-pound semifinals, Adelie Simons from Killdeer against Alicia Nitschke from South Florida. That one looks like it's in a Bank North timeout for blood time. So the only girls match going on is Breedall from Delax Burlington against Blair from West Fargo United. That'll be a takedown for Breedall, the freshman.
And Logan Werner, the warrant for Stalin gives up a point to pitch Hager. Now Hager leads by a score of 2-1. Receives that point, the stall point, and then an escape. So he's up now 2-1 in the third period with 30 seconds remaining.
Breedall looking to get a turn against Blair. Blair fights it off, comes to her feet, gets the escape, makes that 2-1. And that's the semis at 120.
Logan Werner tried a high crotch fireman's on Hager. Hager able to sprawl out. Now Werner back down, working that high crotch this time and winding down, 10 seconds remaining. And Matt number 11, your winner by decision, 9-2 is Tom Bell. He'll advance to the championship match. He takes on Dalton Price from Napoleon Gackle Streeter at 106 pounds.
Blair will get a takedown over at mat number 4, takes the lead 3-2 against Blair from West Fargo United, Breedall from Delax Burlington, and that's the semis at 120.
113 pounds, pitch Hager wins by a 4-1 decision over Logan Werner, advances to the championship match. And now up on mat number 9. We have Noah Anderson for Lisbon Broncos, wrestling Tanner Defoe for Hettinger Scranton Nighthawks. It's on mat 9, 120-pound semifinal match. In mat 11, 120-pound semifinal Class B, it's Trace Hogarth for Carrington Cardinals, senior 42-3 record, wrestling Cruiser Burns, a sophomore, 38-6 for the Grafton Spoilers. That match underway, minute 20 to go.
Lishanitsky will get the pin at 110 for South Porter, so Nitschke will wrestle for the 110-pound championship. Meanwhile, at the 120-pound semifinals at mat 4, it's DeBlair from West Fargo 3, Breedall from Delax Burlington 2.
So that match between Anderson and Defoe is now underway. The wrestlers currently locked up, just trading little hand fighting and wrist control. And Hogarth and Burns on mat 11. It's still scoreless in the first period with 40 seconds ticking off the clock.
On mat number 4, final minute, 3 seconds of the second period. DeBlair still leads this one 3-2 for West Fargo United against Breedall from Delax Burlington.
Anderson and Defoe scoreless with a minute remaining in the first period. The wrestlers working this near side of the mat. They're still working hand control and trading head position. That's on mat number 9. Mat 11, Cruiser Burns, Trace Hogarth still scoreless with 4 seconds remaining in the first period.
Over on mat number 7, it's Haley Nash from Minot who leads 2-0 against Marley Stremick from Pembina County North. That's the semis at 1:15.
And final 30 seconds of the first period. Defoe's on a double leg on Anderson. Anderson with the crossface has the back ankle trying to turn the corner on Defoe. And they get a stalemate, stood back up with 18 seconds remaining in the first period.
Back over on mat number 4, to Blair 4 from West Fargo, Breedall from Delax Burlington 2, end of the second period at the 120-pound semifinals for the girls tournament.
And mat 11, Trace Hogarth with a 2-point reversal hits a switch at the minute 44 mark remaining in the second period. He's up 2-0 over Cruiser Burns on mat 11.
Mat number 7, Haley Nash 2 for Minot. Marley Stremick from Pembina County North 0. That's the 115-pound semifinals. Team scores right now in the lead is Bismarck at 124, Minot 114, Central Cass 112.
Mat number 9, Anderson and Defoe still scoreless. Anderson hits a stand-up. Defoe, nice hard mat return. Anderson tripods back up. That's scoreless in the second period with a minute 40 ring. Now Anderson hips away, is going to score at 1 point escape. He's up now 1-0. Hogarth and Burns on Matt 11. It's a 2-0 lead for Trace Hogarth with a minute remaining in the second period over Cruiser Burns.
Blair takes a 4-2 lead over Breedall at the 120-pound semifinals. Back over on mat number 7. The first period's going to end there. It's Nash 2, Stremick 1. And we have a Bank North timeout taken on mat number 4 with Shayla DeBlair from West Fargo United 4, Cashton Breedall from Mille Lacs Burlington 2. Make that 6-2.
And Anderson from Lisbon maintains that 1-0 lead with 30 seconds remaining there in the second period. He's up 1-0 over Tanner Defoe on mat number 9, 120-pound semifinal match.
Second period beginning on mat number 7. Nash from Minot 2, Stremick from Pembroke County North 1. It will be Stremick on top to begin the second period, and getting away is Nash with a quick escape and takes her lead now to 3-1.
Anderson picks up a 2-point takedown in the final 5 seconds. Now Defoe scores an escape, so Anderson leads 3-1 at the end of the second period, going into the third on 120 pounds, mat number 9.
That is 3 straight finalists for Spark Legacy. They have a finalist at 106 pounds, a finalist at 130, and a finalist at 126 pounds.
Well, Trace Hogarth still with this 2-0 lead, the third period at a minute 46 remaining. Wrestlers in the neutral position. Hogarth up over Cruiser Burns by a score of 2-0.
Mat number 4, DeBlair 6 from West Fargo, Breedall 2 from Mille Lacs Burlington. That's a semi at 120. Mat number 7, 115. Nash leads 5-1. A minute to go in the second period. Nash from Minot, Stremick from Pembina County North.
And Anderson has Cradle locked up on Defoe, puts him over to his back, collecting near fall. He's up 3-1. With a minute 10 to go in this third period. Anderson goes bottom knee. Tries to get bottom knee in the side, try to flatten out those shoulders of Defoe.
Sheila DeBlair from West Fargo United will pin Cashton Breedall from Mille Lacs Burlington. DeBlair onto the championship at 120.
Well, no, Anderson still working for the fall against Defoe. They have 45 seconds to go. He's going to roll him back over. Picks up his 3 near fall. He's up 6-1. And Hogarth now up 4-0 over Cruiser Burns, the other 120-pound semifinal match. And down to 20 seconds in the third period. Anderson leads 6-1 on mat number 9.
Mat number 7, Haley Nash from Minot 5, Marley Stremick from Pembina County North 1. That's a semi at 115. 125 over on mat 4, Avery Moore from Fargo against Kylie Yetter from Minot.
And later, Noah Anderson for the Lisbon Broncos advanced to the championship match at 120 pounds. He wins by a 6-1 decision over Tanner Defoe from the Higgins Scrap Nighthawks. Trace Hogarth is up 4-0 at 120 pounds. Cruiser Burns in the bottom position with 7 seconds to go. Hogarth leads by a score of 4-0.
Avery Moore from Fargo, a 2-1 lead now over Kylie Yetter from Minot at the 125-pound semifinals. Into the final period, just underway on mat number 7. Haley Nash from Minot 5. Marley Stremick from Pembina County North 1.
Yeah, Matt for 926 pounds. Lane Cooper wrestling Sawyer Owens for Hillsborough Central Valley. Cooper, senior, 26-2 record for Minot Bishop Ryan. Sawyer Owens for Hillsborough Central Valley. Burrows, a freshman, 40-7 record. And Matt number 11, 126 pound semifinal bout. Tristan Lepp, South Quarter Mustangs, wrestling Trent Klatt for New Salem Almont.
Under a minute and a half to wrestle on mat number 7. Haley Nash still leading this one 5-1 from Minot. Mat number 4, Avery Moore, will get some near fall points if she doesn't get the pin here from Fargo. And she'll get the pin, Avery Moore from Fargo. A win over Kylie Yetter from Minot via fall. It's Moore onto the 125-pound championship. So we have the Class B boys and the girls semifinals going on right now, along with Class A on the far mats. We'll try to get you updates there when we can. Nash leading 5-1 still, 30 seconds left to wrestle for Haley Nash from Minot.
The first period, under 50 seconds to go. It's Tristan Lepp and Trenton Klatt. That's still scoreless in the first period. 126 pound semifinal. Mat number 9, 126. Lane Cooper and Sawyer Owens. Owens has a 2-1 lead with 30 seconds remaining in the first period.
And this one will become a final. Haley Nash from Minot 6. Marley Stremick from Pembina County North 1. Nash will wrestle for the championship for 115 pounds from Minot. Back over on mat number 4, Lindsay Anderson from West Fargo United 2. Kaylee Kurz from Grand Forks 0. That first period and that match just underway.
You know, 3 seconds remaining. It's still scoreless in the first period between Klatt and Tristan Lepp at 126 pounds.
Semis at 125 over on mat number 7. It is Emerson Schwab from Lisbon against Carissa Mettinger from Lemoore Litchfield Marion. That's a semi at 125 pounds. Mettinger 20-5 on the season. Schwab 29-9.
Yeah, mat number 9 started the second period. It's a 2-1 lead for Sawyer Owens, representing Hillsborough Central Valley Burrows. A freshman, a 40-7 record. Wrestling Cooper, a senior, 26-2 from Minot Bishop Ryan.
And Lindsay Anderson will get the pin at 130. Lindsay Anderson from West Fargo United, who was the 1 seed, will go to the championship at 130 pounds.
Yeah, Klatt and Tristan Lepp with the scramble here. Klatt leads this one by score 1-0. Lepp just trying to come out the back door, score a reversal. Goes arm around the waist. He drags Klatt down to the mat. He's up now 2-1.
And a takedown for Emerson Schwab with less than a minute to go in the first period. Immediately turns that into back points against Carissa Mettinger. Schwab from Lisbon trying to get onto the championship. Could get it here. The official's seen some daylight as he's in there close, and Mettinger able to turn out to avoid the fall, and Schwab's going to readjust. 30 seconds left in the first period, and Schwab may get the fall here. Coach Revere looking in, imploring her to kind of get a readjustment there on that hold.
And Trent Klatt now leads by a score of 3-2 in the second period over Tristan Lepp with 30 seconds remaining. So Klatt grabbing the lead here. 126-pound semifinal bout on mat number 11.
And Mettinger will come around with the reversal. So it's 5-2 in favor of Emerson Schwab. Mettinger was able to slide through for a late reversal. Couldn't get any back points. I believe she didn't get any back points. No, she did. She got a 3-point near fall. So now it's tied at 5. So Schwab and Mettinger tied at 5 in the semis at 125. The 135-pound semifinals over on mat number 4. I believe this will be a fall, and it will be Alea Cullinan from Bismarck Legacy. who is on to the championship. It is Cullinan will go to the championship at 135 pounds. Second period begins on mat number 7, and on top was Menninger. Schwab tried to stand up. Menninger put her in a cradle, but they roll through, and Menninger is just going to readjust to keep control, and now we'll get a turn on Schwab. No points counted on a near fall.
Trent Klatt and Tristan Lepp on mat number 11. It's still a 3-2 lead for Trent Klatt. Wrestlers up in the neutral position to start this third period. They're down to a minute 30 to go. Lepp down by 1. And mat number 9, Lane Cooper, Minot Bishop Ryan, Sawyer Owens, they're tied up at 2 apiece in the second period with 50 seconds remaining. They're at a Bank North timeout there on that mat as officials kind of tend to some blood over there.
Mat number 4, 135-pound semifinals of playing back Gackle Streeters, Jaslyn Weigel against Miley Christensen from Valley City.
And Tristan Lepp, Trent Klatt working a Russian tie on Lepp. Here on this near side of the mat. Now Lepp goes double unders. And Klatt's able to kind of circle out, throws Lepp out of bounds for a restart back in the center of the mat.
Krista Menninger runs her lead to 9-5. Menninger from Lemoore Litchfield Marion leading Emerson Schwab from Lisbon. 30 seconds left in the second period of the 125-pound semifinals. Back over on mat number 4 in the 135-pound semifinals. Christensen from Valley City, Weigel from Napoleon. Still scoreless. As I say that, Christensen scores a takedown.
And mat number 9, it's a 4-2 lead now for Lane Cooper as they got action underway, but they're back into another Bank North timeout for blood time. With Sawyer Owens. So Sawyer Owens being tended to for blood time on mat number 9. Lane Cooper leads that one by a score of 4-2. And Tristan Lepp here with Trenton Klatt. It's a 3-2 lead. Lepp's going to shoot in on a single. Klatt's blocking out. Lepp's going to run out of time here. Trenton Klatt's going to represent the Salem Holsteins in the championship at 126 pounds.
Menninger a 9-5 lead against Schwab. Third period begins. Schwab looking for a comeback, trying to set a cradle in on Menninger. 2-1 the score at the end of the first period between Christensen and Valley City, and Weigel for Napoleon Gackle Streeter. That's a 135-pound semifinal. On to the second period where Weigel will be on top to begin that period. And Schwab's going to get a turn against Menninger. We'll get some back points for sure. Maybe a fall. Schwab trying to put it in tight. Has control of the arms of Menninger. And Menninger able to turn on her side, and Schwab will readjust and try again.
And mat number 9, Cooper still to 4-2 lead over Sawyer Owens in the third period.
And Schwab will get the fall. Emerson Schwab from Lisbon will get the pin over Chris Menninger from Lemoore Litchfield Marion. And Schwab for the Broncos will wrestle for the 125-pound championship. Back over to mat number 4, Miley Christensen from Valley City 3, Jaslyn Weigel for Napoleon Gackle Streeter 1.
And mat number 11, 132-pound Carson Hildre for Velva Aggies, a sophomore wrestling Chance Burns. Hildre has double underhooks on Burns, just trying to run him over and put him on his back. They're still scoreless here with a minute to go. Well, Burns able to right the ship, but Hildre has that back ankle locked up on Burns. And back to blood time. Sawyer Owens takes a 7-4 lead over Lane Cooper.
Back over on mat number 7, Chris Amann from Napoleon Gackle Streeter against Blaise Lamar from Central Cass for the 130-pound semifinals. Sawyer Owens from Hillsborough Central Valley's second stoppage for blood time.
Yeah, right now working to his advantage. He's up 7-4 in the third period with a minute 16 to go.
On to the third period on mat number 4. Miley Christensen from Valley City 5, Jaslyn Weigel from Napoleon Gackle Streeter 1.
She's ever going to stick rivals out of the experiment. Into the Continental City. This is your
Carson Hildre with this 2-0 lead. They're in the second period, a minute 48, 132-pound semifinal bout. So Carson Hildre in the bottom position. Chance Burns on top, working the near edge of the mat. It goes to a crossface now, deep waist right on Hildre as Hildre stands up.
No score still between Grace Lamar from Central Cass and Carissa Mann from Napoleon Gackle Streeter. That's a semi at 1:30 and 10 seconds left to wrestle in the first period there. Match resuming over on mat number 9. And it's Sawyer Owens with the 7-4 lead. Got some back points and then gets just hit with a reversal. It'll be 9-6.
Now Hildre takes a 4-0 lead over Chance Burns. So he's up 4-0 with a minute to go in the second period. And run out of time. Sawyer Owens makes it to the championship match. He's a winner, 9-6 over Lane Cooper from Minot Bishop Ryan.
Sawyer. Over.
Final few seconds in the third period on mat number 4. Miley Christensen from Valley City will get the win 5-1 over Jaslyn Weigel for Napoleon Gackle Streeter. So Christensen will wrestle for the championship at 135 pounds for the Valley City Highliners. Still no score between Carissa Mann from Napoleon and Grace Lamar from Central Cass at the 130-pound semifinals. Mann begins the second period on top. Lamar got to her feet, and Mann will get the mat return.
Yeah, mat number 932-pound semifinal. William Cook from Kimmer Bowbell, sophomore, 31-8, wrestling Ethan Mayer from New Salem Almont, a junior, 28-5. And Mayer with a quick 2-point takedown. He's up by a score of 2-0 over William Cook. And Burns and Hildre in the second period. Still a 4-0 lead for Carson Hildre over Chance Burns. And that's on mat number 11, 132-pound semifinal.
Mat number 4, 140-pound semifinals. Hannah Ryberg from Bismarck Legacy against Paige Baumgartner from Bismarck.
And now a 2-1 lead for Ethan Meyer over William Cook. And Meyer in on another single leg attack. They go out of bounds for a restart with a minute 11 to go in the first period at 132 pounds on mat 9. And start of the third period on mat 11, Hildre takes a 4-0 or takes that 4-0 lead into the third against Chance Burns.
Grace Lamar will get an escape for the Central Cass Squirrels. She leads Mann 1-0. And that is a semis at 130 pounds.
And wrestlers on mat 11 just working collar ties as Burns tries to pass down, shoots the low single. Hildre's able to step back out of that. He maintains this 4-0 lead at minute 20 to go in the third period. And William Cook still down 2-1 to Ethan Mayer from New Salem Almont. And that's in the first period with 30 seconds to go.
Final 10 seconds to go in the first period at mat number 7. Lamar leads, in the second period, Lamar leads 1-0 from Central Cass over Mann from Napoleon Gackle Streeter. Mat number 4, Paige Baumgartner from Bismarck and Hannah Ryberg from Bismarck Legacy. No scores. The first period comes to an end at the 140-pound semifinals.
We have Bank North timeout here on mat number 11 for blood time. Carson Hildre being attended to at 132-pound semifinal. He has a 4-0 lead with 57 seconds remaining in the third period. Time expires in the first period on mat 9 between William Cook, Kemmer Bowbells, and Ethan Meyer. Meyer takes a 2-1 lead into the second.
And Mann was going to begin the final period on top. Will release Lamar to make it 2-0. Grace Lamar, and Lamar will get another takedown right away to begin the third period, leading 4-0.
William Cook trying to hit a sit-on Mayer. Mayer's able to take him back down to the mat, scores a 2-point reversal. He's up 4-1. We're working the near edge of the mat. They go out of bounds for a restart on mat number 9. They're in the second period at 1:46.
And Mann will get a reversal and then some near fall points for Napoleon Gackle Streeter. Lamar trying to pull her out of bounds to get a restart. So she's down now 4-2. Rather, the score at 4-2. Grace Lamar leading, but she's about to be behind once they give near fall points, which they will give 3. So Lamar trails 5-4. 1:09 left to go in the third period. Over on mat number 4 and the 140-pound semifinals, Paige Baumgartner from Bismarck leads 3-0. Less than a minute to go in the second period there.
Yeah, mat 11, this 132-pound semifinal between Hildrey and Burns. Hildrey maintains that 4-0 lead as time winds down to your final 10 seconds. On mat 11, looks like Carson Hildrey, he'll advance to the championship match at 132 pounds.
Chris Mann from Napoleon 5, Grace Lamar from Central Cass 4. That's the semis at 1:30 and 1 minute exactly left to go in the third period. A restart, Lamar will be down, comes up, and a mat return for Mann.
And Ethan Meyer has a 4-1 lead. William Cook attempting to stand, they get potentially dangerous call for a restart with 56 seconds remaining in the second period. Cook in the bottom position on mat number 9.
"35 seconds and counting left to go at the 130-pound semifinals between Mann and Lamar. Mann leads 5-4. And a turn for Mann, and we'll get the pin. Carissa Mann will whistle for the championship at 1:30. Grace Lamar will now drop to the placing round for the Central Cass Squirrels.
The championship match, 138 pounds on mat number 11. Haviland DeLong, Northern Lights, wrestling Gus Baumbach from Tilder. Going to open in 30 seconds as Baumbach trying to turn the corner and score a takedown. Still no points awarded as DeLong's able to scramble out, goes to Wizard on Baumbach.
Paige Baumgartner from Bismarck leads Hannah Ryberg from Bismarck Legacy 3-0. That one is in the third period of the semifinals at 1:40.
And 3 seconds remaining in the second period. Ethan Mayer maintains a 4-1 lead over William Cook from Kenmare Bullbells. Cook still in this bottom position.
Shelby Sherman from Central Cass wrestling Alyssa Johnson from Grand Forks, 140-pound semifinals. And Johnson gets the takedown for Grand Forks. Johnson undefeated on the season, 42-0.
And Ethan Meyer scored that 2-point reversal opening up the second period. He's up 4-1. William Cook chooses to start in the bottom position on mat number 9 and 132-pound semifinal match.
Final minute over on mat number 4 in the 140-pound semifinals. Baumgartner on top, leading 4-0. Gets a turn against Ryberg and trying to end this one in a fall.
DeLong gets stood up on the near edge of the mat. Tries to hit by a stint to Baumbach. Baumbach able to return him out. They go out of bounds with 31 seconds to go in the first period. He's up 2-0 on mat 11, 138-pound semifinal.
Baumgartner leads 6-0 against Ryberg.
Yeah, looking at team scores here through the 132, 138 semifinals. On the boys' side, Class B, New Salem Almont in first, 136 points. Lisbon and Southport are tied at second with 94. Velva with 67. And in fifth place, Minot Bishop Ryan with 62 points.
10 seconds left on mat number 4. Paige Baumgartner from Bismarck, which this will put Bismarck in front points-wise. She will get the win by a final of 6-0 over Hannah Ryberg. So it is Baumgartner into the championship at 1:40. Will wrestle either against Alyssa Johnson from Grand Forks or Shelby Sherman from Central Cass. Right now it's Johnson with the lead. I believe it's a 5-0 lead for Johnson.
William Cook with the 1-point escape. Now 4-2 lead for Meyer. And Meyer warned for stalling by the official with 40 seconds remaining in the third period. That's on mat number 9, semifinal bout at 132 pounds. And Meyer drinks Cook down to the mat. He scores a 2-point takedown there on the edge. Ref officials conferring about it.
Took over on mat number 4. It's McKenna Belling from Northern Cass against Kira Aguilar from Minot. This is the semifinals at 145 pounds. Belling, the number 1 seed in this tournament.
And now 6-2 lead on mat 9 for Ethan Meyer from New Salem Almont up over William Cook. Cook scores an escape. Final 25 seconds. He's down 6-3 on mat 9.
And Belling gets taken down by Aguilar. Here in the first period, Belling trails 2-0. And the wrestler's out of bounds for the restart. 1 minute to go in the second period. I'm at number 7, 140-pound semifinals. Alyssa Johnson from Grand Forks with a 9-0 lead over Shelby Sherman from Central Cass.
And mat number 11, we do have a Bank North timeout here with Gus Bombach, Havila DeLon. Bombach being attended to by the trainer. He's walking off a twisted ankle. Get restart back in the center of the mat. Advancing to the championship at 132 pounds is Ethan Meyer. He wins by decision 6-3 over William Cook of Kenmare Bullbells. That was on mat number 9.
20 seconds left in the second period on mat 7. Johnson from Grand Forks, 9. Sherman from Central Cass, 0. And McKenna Belling looked like she was going to score a reversal. They won't get her the reversal. She will get the reversal after 2 more near fall against her. So Belling from Central Cass trails 4-2 against Kira Aguilar from Minot. That's the semis at 145 for the girls.
138 pounds for the boys on mat 11. DeLong at Bombach. We're going to trade blows here now. DeLong get on a high cross single at Bombach. He's going to counter out. Has DeLong going down to his hip on the far edge of the mat. It's a 3-1 lead for Gus Bombach at Kildare.
We have injury time being taken on mat number 7.
And mat number 9, 138-pound semifinal, Corbin Clifton for the Carrington Cardinals, wrestling Cole Gerhardt and Sam Almont. Gerhardt returning state champion, the senior with a 17-1 record.
First period ends on mat number 4. McKenna Belling from Northern Cass, 2. Kira Aguilar from Minot, 4. That's the semis at 145.
Gus Bombach scores a 2-point takedown at the end of the second period. He's up now 5-1 over Haviland DeLong at 138-pound semifinal bout on mat 11. Gerhardt on mat 9 takes a 2-0 lead with a takedown on Corbin Clifton at the 32nd mark in the first period.
Alyssa Johnson will get a reversal on mat number 7 to lead 11-0 against Shelby Sherman from Central Cass. And we're going to get a whistle. I don't think it was for a fall. No, it was for the fall. So Alyssa Johnson will go to the championship at 140 for Grand Forks. Shelby Sherman will drop into the place round. Over on mat number 4, Kira Aguilar from Minot, 4. McKenna Belling from Northern Cass, 2. That's 145-pound semifinals.
Gus Bombach scores a 2-point takedown. He's up now 7-1 on mat number 11 at 138 pounds over Haviland DeLong from Northern Lights.
We'll get the other 145-pound semifinal to begin here shortly on mat number 7. So mat 7 and 4, the two girls semifinal mats kind of getting caught up with each other here as we're about an hour into this semifinal round here at the Fargo Dome, day 1 of the state wrestling tournament.
And mat number 9, Cole Gerhardt will take a 2-0 lead into the second period over Corbin Clifton from Carrington. And Gerhardt will starting the second period in the bottom position. In the third period on mat number 11 is Haviland DeLong wrestling Gus Bombach. Bombach has a 7-1 lead. A restart in the center of the mat. Bombach's on top. DeLong is going to take Bombach down to the mat. Scores a 1-point escape. Now 7-2 lead for Gus Bombach.
The other semifinal is underway for 145 pounds. Tricia Schroeder from Carrington against Grace Ralph from Lisbon. That one just underway. Meanwhile, the other 145-pound semifinal, Aguilar gets a reversal, leads McKenna Belling 6-2.
Cole Gerhardt with a 2-point reversal on Corbin Clifton there in the second period at the minute 20 mark. He's up now 4-0, trying to make his way into the championship match at 138 pounds. That's on mat number 9.
And we're going to get a Bank North timeout taken on mat number 7 between Schroeder and Ralph.
Mat 11 between DeLong and Bombach. Bombach leads this one by a score of 7-2 final, 12 seconds. Bombach warned for stalling, but that won't be enough for Haviland DeLong as time's going to expire. They will get one more restart with 2 seconds remaining. It's a 4-point lead for Gus Bombach.
Final period beginning on mat number 4. 145-pound semifinals. McKenna Belling from Northern Cass 2. Kerry Aguilar from Minot 6. Neutral position to begin that final 2 minutes.
Advancing to the championship, 138 pounds is Gus Bombach. He wins by decision 7-3 over Haviland DeLong from Northern Lights. That was on mat number 11. Well, coming up, semifinal bout. Got the Nelsons wrestling each other at 145. Mike Nelson for the Lisbon Broncos. Henry Nelson for Hillsborough Central Valley. That's up on mat 11.
48 seconds left in the first period on mat number 7. Schroeder from Carrington, Ralph from Lisbon. No score there. Other 145-pound semifinal, McKenna Belling has a minute left to try to erase this deficit down 6-2 for against Kerry Aguilar from Minot.
We got Bank North timeout here on mat number 11. The battle between the Nelsons and Mike Nelson needed a little bit of time. Was popped in the face. Now back into action at 145 on mat 11.
A whole lot of scoring happening on mat number 4. They finally settled the score. Aguilar 8, Belling 4. 30 seconds left to go there at the 145-pound semifinals. Other semifinal was Schroeder from Carrington, Ralph from Lisbon. No score there. They are through 1 period.
Yeah, mat number 9, 138-pound semifinal between Gerhardt and Clifton. Gerhardt still with this 4-0 lead. He has Clifton on his backside trying to return the corner. He's going to score a 2-point takedown now. 6-0 lead for Cole Gerhardt. And Mike Nelson goes down at this 145-pound semifinal. He's down 2-0 to Henry Nelson from Hillsborough Central Valley.
So McKenna Belling got a late reversal and near fall points, but not enough for the win. Belling will fall to Aguilar 8-7. Kerry Aguilar for the championship at 145. McKenna Belling for Northern Cass into the place round. Gracia Ralph from Lisbon trailing Trisha Schroeder from Carrington 1-0. That one a minute and a half to go in the second period.
Mike Nelson working the sit-out position now, going to try to stand up on Nelson. Henry Nelson, he drops down, has a body lock on Nelson, returns him down to the mat. He's still up 2-0. Henry Nelson for Hillsborough Central Valley wearing the green leg band. The semifinal bout on mat number 9, 138 pounds, was Gerhardt with that 6-0 lead with 30 seconds remaining over Corbin Clifton from Carrington.
Final minute to go in the second period on mat number 7. Trisha Schroeder from Carrington 1. Gracia Ralph from Lisbon 0. Lexi Bickler from Bismarck will wrestle Ariana Aguilar from Minot. That will be for the semis at 155 in this girls tournament.
Going into the second period, Henry Nelson maintains a 2-0 lead over Mike Nelson. Henry Nelson's choice, he defers to Nelson from Lisbon. Nelson chooses neutral. So Mike Nelson choosing neutral to start the second period. He's down 2-0. And Gerhardt up 6-0 on mat number 9, 138 pounds. You're down to the final 10 seconds. Now Gerhardt trying to turn Clifton in the final 10 seconds. Pick up some near fall.
up to 55 and 167.
Second period ends on mat number 7. Schroeder from Carrington 1, Ralph from Lisbon 0. That's 145-pound semifinals.
And Henry Nelson on another single leg attack on Mike Nelson. Nelson trying to go down with that leg pass.
Smart century.
Henry Nelson here turning the corner has Mike Nelson from Lisbon down on his hips.
And 152 pounds.
Well, Henry Nelson, Hillsborough Central Valley scores a 2-point takedown. He's up 4-0 over Mike Nelson from the Lisbon Broncos.
Final period begins on mat number 7. Ralph got an early escape, tied it at 1, and then Trisha Schroeder from Carrington gets a takedown, makes it 3-1 with 90 seconds left to wrestle in the 145-pound semifinals.
Nicole Gerhardt advances to the championship match at 138 pound. He wins by decision 6-0 over Corbin Clifton from Carrington. That was on mat number 9.
See, don't get lazy.
And mat number 11, Henry Nelson in control on top. He's up 4-0 over Mike Nelson.
Final minute to wrestle over on mat number 7. That is 3-1. Schroeder from Carrington leads Ralph. That's 145 pounds. 54 seconds left to wrestle. A restart. Ralph did get the escape, so that will make it 3-2. He's trying to set the takedown.
Watch the cradle. The cradle.
Ralph goes for the double legs, now at the hips.
Hospital here, Henry.
Shield drive gets the takedown. Gracer Ralph will take the lead 4-3.
And mat number 9, 145 pound semifinal ball. Jaron Franks for Hettinger Scranton Nighthawks. He wrestled Mason Melmer. Melmer with a 2-1 lead. The wrestlers working that far edge of the mat. They get a restart back to the center.
You putting stuff together, Henry?
30 seconds left to wrestle. Gracer Ralph just needs to hang on and ride out this final 25 seconds to beat Trisha Schroeder from Carrington and wrestle for the championship at 145 pounds.
Yeah, we're in the third period on mat number 11 between Mike Nelson from Lisbon Broncos currently on top. Henry Nelson, Hillsborough Central Valley has a 4-0 lead. And now Henry Nelson warned for stalling. And Mike Nelson with the cradle.
And Gracer Ralph will come from behind win here in the final period. Will win 4-3 over Trisha Schroeder from Carrington. Ralph from Lisbon into the championship at 145 pounds for the Broncos. 155-pound semifinals between Bickler from Bismarck, Aguilar from Minot. No score there.
Mike Nelson for the Broncos still down 4-0 to Henry Nelson. Henry Nelson been warned for stalling. With only 40 seconds remain in this third period. And Jaron Frank, Mason Melmer, we're locked in a battle on mat number 9. It's a 2-1 lead for Mason Melmer over Frank from Hettinger Scranton.
Mat number 7, semis at 155. Emily Novak from Grand Forks, Jordan Flynn from Central Cass.
It's now a 4-1 lead for Henry Nelson. Get down to the final 5 seconds of this one. So Henry Nelson, Hillsborough Central Valley, he'll go on to the championship match at 145 pounds. He wins by decision 4-1 over Mike Nelson of the Lisbon Broncos.
Yes.
155-pound semifinal between Bickler of Bismarck and Aguilar of Minot. Bickler leads 2-0. Over on mat number 7, no score between Flynn and Novak. That one just underway, about halfway through the first period there, actually.
Yeah, you got called for stalling. It's like we're not.
In the second period, still a 2-1 lead for Mason Melmer. It's on mat number 9, 145-pound semifinals. And mat number 11, 152 semifinal. Marshall Linger at Southport Mustangs wrestling Ty Wolding, New Salem Almont. A couple of seniors going at it. Lingering 36-1. Ty Wolding, New Salem Holsteins, the senior with a 31-5 record.
Once again, it's Richard taking line after rain.
Jordan Flynn will get a takedown on mat 7. Trying to get a turn here against Emily Novak from Grand Forks. Seven seconds left in the period, and to her feet is Novak. Flynn will let her go, so it's 2-1. Flynn with the lead. Other semifinals into the third period over on mat number 4, and I believe it will be 2-1. Yeah, Beckler from Bismarck 2, Aguilar from Minot 1.
Now Jaron Frank takes a 3-2 lead over Mason Melmer. That's on mat number 9, 145 pounds. And they're in the second period as time winding down, 5 seconds remaining. Now Melmer up 4-3. So Melmer takes the lead back. And just as he was Frank was getting a reversal, time runs out. So Melmer takes a 4-3 lead into the third period.
Flynn now leads 3-1 against Novak. 1:45 to go in the second period. She opens up that period with an escape. Final 30 seconds over on mat number 4. Aguilar from Minot leads Bickler 3-2 from Bismarck.
Marshall Lingard and Ty Wolding. It's a 2-1 lead for Marshall Lingard. Wolding able to get an escape. Get down to 20 seconds to go in the first period. And that is in period number 1, 152-pound semifinal bout on mat number 11. Mason Melmer extending his lead on mat 9, now up 7-3. Wrestlers go out of bounds. Melmer in the top position. He's able to score a reversal. Now has a 7-3 lead with 1:24 to go in the third period.
And there was late points that came over on mat number 4, and it looks like sudden decision overtime tied at 3 between Beckler for Bismarck and Aguilar from Minot. That's a 155-pound semifinal. Jordan Flynn in the other semifinal leads 3-1.
And Marshall Lingard, Ty Wolding, still 2-1 score here in the second period. It's 1:37 to go. The wrestlers in this neutral position with Lingard taking the center of the mat, Wolding with his back to the edge. Now Wolding driving into Lingard.
Lexi Beckler from Bismarck will win the other 155-pound semifinal. So the winner of Jordan Flynn and Emily Novak will wrestle Lexi Beckler from Bismarck for the championship. It is 3-1 in favor of Jordan Flynn from Central Cass. That is going into the third period. Now,
Jaron Frank tightens the score. It's now 9-5 lead. They're in the third period for Mason Melmer. Melmer up by 4.
Now at mat number 4, it's 170-pound semifinals. Alexis Storvet from Mandan against Hannah Schustrom from Jamestown.
And mat 11, 152-pound between Lingard and Wolding. Both wrestlers kind of collide there, stop for a second. The wrestlers still back up on their feet in the center of the mat with 41 seconds to go. It's a 3-1 lead for Marshall Lingard from Southport. And now arm drags around, trying to turn the corner. He scores a 2-point takedown. He's up now 5-1 over Ty Wolding from New Salem Almont.
Blood time on mat number 7.
She's headed to the semifinals. She's just
And mat number 9, 145-pound semifinal match. Mason Melmer wins by decision 9-6 over Jaron Frank from Henninger Scranton. He moves on to the championship bout against Henry Nelson at 145 pounds.
That's it.
And mat number 9, 152-pound semifinal, Kayla Ibach, the senior, 39-2 record for Deslax Burlington, returning state champion or defending state champion. Wrestling Blaze Ranky of the Lisbon Broncos, a junior, 33-4 record. That's mat 9, 152 semifinal bout underway.
Blood time on mat number 4. Meanwhile, mat number 7, Emily Novak scores a point. 3 points rather, to take the lead, 4-3, and we'll lose Flynn on the escape now, 4-4. A minute to go in the third period at the 155-pound semifinals, and Novak goes right for the takedown, and coming around the front is Flynn. Novak will get the takedown, leads 6-4. Flynn needs an escape here and has 51 seconds to do it. Needs an escape and needs to turn around and get some points.
Yeah, Lindgren has a Splato locked up on Ty Wolding. Wolding's just trying to get through this. So Lindgren's going to pick up some near fall. Kind of Lindgren's signature move this year. He goes into that elbow pass into a Splato, locks it up on Ty Wolding. He's going to pick up near fall with a minute 23 to go in this third period.
Novak leads Flynn 6-5. 20 seconds left to go in the third period. Novak trying to go on to wrestle Bickler for the championship at 155. As Flynn going for the double leg, can't find the place to drive or get the elevation. 13 seconds left to go.
And Ibach takes a 2-0 lead on mat 9, 152-pound semifinal.
And this one about to become final. It is Emily Novak from Grand Forks, 6. Jordan Flynn from Central Cass, 5. Novak will wrestle for the 155-pound championship.
We got a 2-point reversal. It's an 8-4 lead for Marshall Lindgren. The Wolding working the front headlock. They're down to 27 seconds to go. He's going to try a gator roll through. Lindgren's going to stuff that. Gets around for a 2-point reversal. Now a 10-4 lead for Marshall Lindgren. That's on mat 11, 152-pound semifinal.
Back over on mat number 4, Alexis Storvet from Mandan, 6. Hannah Schustrom from Jamestown, 1. That is now beginning to go into the second period. Mat number 7, it's Isabel Berg from Devil's Lake against Emma Buey from Delax Burlington. That's a 170-pound semifinal. So both mats now at 170.
And time expires in the first period. Kayla Ibach takes a 2-0 lead over Blaze Ranky into the second. Ibach warned for stalling at the end of that first period. His choice, or Ranky's choice, he defers. Ibach chooses to start in the bottom position on mat 9. And Marshall Lindgren, 152 pounds, advances to the championship match. He wins by decision 10-4 over Ty Wolding. Ibach now with an escape. He leads Blaze Ranky by a score of 3-0.
52 pounds. Decision 10-4. And in the finals,
Emma Buey will get a takedown at mat number 7. Buey 2, Berg from Devil's Lake 0. Minute to go first period there, and then 170-pound semifinal. Again, that's both mats for the girls now, 170-pound semis.
And mat number 11, 160-pound semifinal between Hebel and Norton from New Salem Almont. Hebel's up by a score of 2-0 at the minute 35 mark in the first period. Garrett trying to make it 4 consecutive trips into the championship match. 2-time state champion, state runner-up last year for Lemoore Lobos. Ranky scores a 2-point takedown, now a 3-2 score. Under a minute to go in that second period, so Ranky closing the gap, now down by 1 to Kayla Ibach. And Ranky's going to take Ibach out of bounds for a restart. Ibach's been warned for stalling there in the second period with 42 seconds remaining. And Ibach scores a 1-point escape, now a 4-2 lead for Kayla Ibach. Deslax Burlington. The final 30 seconds of the second period. Ranky shoots in, Ibach blocks out. Ranky snaps down, trying to turn the corner, and Ibach gets around behind him. Has a cradle locked up. Ibach. Ranky's going to get a 2-point takedown. Now ties it up 4-4. in the second period, final 5 seconds. So Ranky ties it up 4-4. His choice to start the third.
Mat number 4, Alexis Storved from Mandan. 6, Hannah Schustrom from Jamestown. 5, that's 170-pound semifinals. And that is in the third period, final minute and 40 seconds.
And Garrett Hebel with a 4-1 lead in the first period over Brock Norton from New Salem Almont.
Back over on mat number 7, the other 170-pound semifinal. It's Emma Bewley, Des Lacs Burlington 2, Isabel Berg, Devils Lake 0. And I think we're going to get a pin. We will. Alexis Storved from Mandan will get the pin over Hannah Schustrom. Storved will wrestle for the championship at 170 against either Isabel Berg from Devils Lake or Emma Bewley from Des Lacs Burlington. And this will be the last match of the girls' semifinal between Berg and Bewley.
And Blaze Ranky scores a 1-point escape. Now on a double leg on Ibach. Ibach's going to go heavy hips in the mat, working over the top in the situation position. Ranky has it doubled up. He's just going to work for a stalemate. He leads 5-4 in the third period at 152 pounds.
Four nothing Emma Bewley's lead from Des Lacs Burlington over Isabel Berg from Devils Lake. Near fall points being totaled up for Bewley as there's about 39 seconds left to go in the second period.
And Ibach attacking Ranky. Ranky's down on a double. Kind of goes into that forklift position. He's still at 5-4. We're down to 45 seconds to go in this third period. The wrestlers to get a stalemate, restart back in the center of the mat. And Ranky shoots in again on Ibach. Ibach goes hip down to the mat. Ranky maintains a 5-4 lead with 30 seconds remaining.
Berg's going to hit a reversal against Bewley. Scores her first points down 10-2 and is trying to end this one with a fall. The period will end, but 4 points coming for Isabel Berg.
And Ranky goes out of bounds. Ibach on a single leg attack. Down to 20 seconds to go. He has a 5-4 lead. Down to 15. Ranky circles back in. Ranky warned for stalling with 11 seconds to go. Nice exchange there. Snap down by Ibach. Then Ranky goes into him. They go out of bounds.
Third period begins. A takedown for Emma Bewley. And they will go out of bounds. Bewley leads 12-4. Isabel Berg had that late reversal and back points, but time ran out for the Devils Lake Junior.
Blaze Ranky, he wins by a 5-4 decision. Advances to the championship match at 152 pounds for the second year in a row.
Final minute 40 to go on mat number 7. Emma Bewley with a commanding 12-4 lead over Isabel Berg for Devils Lake. Bewley on the season 33-3, Berg 16-4.
And mat number 11, Garrett Hebel with a 4-2 lead there in the third period. Hebel currently in the bottom position at 160 pounds. Brock Norton wrestling Hebel tough. He's in the top position now. Hebel stands up, looking for an escape.
You could have decided already to where the other forwards. You're gonna do. Semifinal, been great and impressive. And 4 wins.
And 160 pound, the other 160 pound semifinal bout now on the map between Drew Zach and Isaiah Krug. And that's on mat 9. Mat 11 between Hebel and Norton. They go out of bounds for a restart. Hebel leads by a score of 5-2.
And their finalist here. On that number 2.
17 seconds left to wrestle between Bewley and Berg. Bewley leads 14-6 as they'll come out of bounds with 8 seconds left to go. But it's looking like it's going to be Buey on to the championship match at 170, and then that'll be it for the girls' championship semifinals.
Garrett Hebel and Brock Norton still 5-2 lead for Garrett Hebel in the third period with 20 seconds to go. Norton shoots in. Hebel's going to try to step around on Norton.
And Emma Buey's going to get the win by a final of 17-6. Major decision win, Emma Buey to the championship for 170 for the girls' tournament.
Garrett Hebel, warned for stalling, gives up a stall point at the end of the third period, 1 second remaining. It's a 5-3 lead, so Hebel goes on to win this one over Brock Norton. Advances to the championship match for the 4th year in a row at 160 pounds.
Here's the girls scoring after the championship semifinal. Bismarck 148, Minot 136, Central Cass 112, Bismarck Legacy 111, Grand Forks 75.
In the West Sport, near the middle of the 36 area, you are making the number of all finalists. Be prepared.
Over on mat number 11, Bowden Greenlee against Josh Meal from Oaks. This is for 170 pounds and on to the championship on the boys tournament as Greenlee gets a takedown here against Meal and leads 2-0. Greenlee trying to find his best side of attack. Is 41-0 on the season as Bowden Greenlee, winning every tournament he's been in. And he said the biggest one this year for him was winning Rumble on the Red. The future NDSU Bison.
Yeah, I think that's a kind of a feather in the cap for Bowden Greenlee. Something that's eluded him just because Lisbon has not participated in that tournament since Bowden's been wrestling on varsity.
Minute 10 left to go in the period, and Josh Meal from Oaks, a 30-match winner, has really put up a fight here against Bowden. Bowden's last 2 matches, obviously he's won them both, but he's been given a lot of tests here these last couple matches as he's gone further and further in this bracket, as to be expected.
Yeah, mat number 9, 160-pound semifinal between Drew Zach, Minot Bishop Ryan, and Isaiah Kruth. Kruth has a 1-0 lead. They're down to 55 seconds to go in this second period.
And Greenlee has that Nelson in. As there's 35 seconds left to go in the first period, 2-0 Bowden Greenlee's win. And looks like he's going to get those shoulders down, and he's going to hop over the side. And he'll put it in for the pin. Bowden Greenlee onto the championship at 170 pounds. He'll get the pin over Josh Meal from Oaks. And move on to 182 pounds. Team scoring right now, New Salem Almont 158, Lisbon 105, South Border 105.
Now Levi's film, mat number 11, stepping on the mat here for the Lisbon Broncos, wrestling Jackson Holter, Kenmare Bullbells. A couple of seniors going at it. Svem 34-5 record. Holter for Kenmare Bullbells 34-3.
Back over on mat number 9, second period ends. Isaiah Caruth from Ellendale Edgeley, column 1. Drew Zach from Bishop Ryan. 0. So could see a 1-0 final here if Caruth can rat out this last 2 minutes.
And Svem now hits an elbow pass, spits up 2-point takedown. Holter's going to roll Svem through. Still a 2-0 lead for Levi Svem. He's going to go power half over the top on Holter. Svem just trying to get a stalemate out of this, if not improve his position. Now he's going to go. And Holter is going to get 1-point escape. So a 2-1 lead for Levi Svem, 182 pounds on mat number 11.
Truzak will get an escape. He is tied with Caruth. 1-1 the score. Minute 28 left to go in the third period. That's the semis at 160 over on mat number 9.
And mat number 11 kind of creeping ahead here over mat 9. They're at 182 pounds. Levi Svem goes headlock on Holter, takes him to the edge of the mat. Levi's Fem going to work for the fall for the Lisbon Broncos. Holter's trying to roll through, gets rolled through. So Fem's going to pick up a 4-point move. He's up 6-3. Has 2-point reversal for Holter. Now gets back around for a 2-point reversal of his own. So now an 8-3 lead for Levi's Fem.
"35 seconds left to go in the third period at mat number 9. Swak from Ryan and Caruth from EEK tied at 1. They will both come out of bounds at exactly 30 seconds. So a restart for this final 30 seconds between these two.
Levi's Fem with 2 seconds remaining in this first period takes an 8-3 lead over Jackson Holter. The time expires going in the second period. Fem leads 8-3 at 182 pounds on mat 11.
Seven seconds left to go in the third period, and looking for the throw is Swak, but they'll come out of bounds. So Swak and Caruth will restart here for 4 seconds left in the third period.
Started the second period, Levi's Fem in the bottom position. Holter on top. Currently has Fem broke belly down on the far edge of the mat.
What's related to it?
Sudden victory overtime right now between Caruth and Swak. The semis at 160. Neither one too overly aggressive here to begin this final 35 seconds.
Fem and Holter still an 8-3 lead for Levi's Fem. He's in the bottom position with 1:13 to go. So Holter working a chop and purchase. Is Fem able to get that arm out back underneath, trying to work up to his base.
15 seconds to go in sudden victory. Coming in to shoot. Swak will come to shoot. And Caruth will become out of bounds. 8 seconds left to go.
Levi's Fem still on his belly. He gets rode out of bounds with Jackson Holter. He's still up by a score of 8-3 on mat number 11 at 182-pound semifinal bout.
And the sudden victory period will come to an end between Drew Swak from Bishop Ryan and Isaiah Caruth from EEK.
And now Fem hits a nice switch off the whistle on that restart. He's up 10-3, working an inside cradle on Jackson Holter.
Semifinal round here of the Class B wrestling tournament. Girls semifinals already wrapping up. Class A semifinals also going on.
The final 10 seconds of the second period. Holter trying to hit a switch on Fem. Fem's going to re-switch on him. They're just trying to get a restart or a stalemate. As time winds down in the second period, Fem's going to take a 10-3 lead.
And taking the lead in overtime, Isaiah Caruth 2-1. 9 seconds left to go in that third overtime. Again, neither one could score in sudden victory.
The referee comes in, they discuss it. They give Holter a 1-point loss of control at the end of that period. So Fem has a 10-4 lead. Fem rides the ankle on Holter, takes him over to the bat. Holter rolls through. Holter still trying to roll on Fem, just grabbing an arm and a leg, trying to score here.
Caruth leads 2-1. All he needs to do is ride out the final 30 seconds.
Taylor going to the finals.
And caution issued against Caruth.
Yes, Fem working a crossface cradle on Jackson Holter. Fem just has to keep Holter broke belly down on the mat. He's dangerous. He gets up to his base and his hips. He just starts to roll, grabs and rolls. Down to a minute 10 to go. It's a 10-4 lead for Levi Svem.
Drew Swak will get the escape, makes it 2-2, 15 seconds to go in this second overtime.
Svem working an armbar now on Holter. He gets it locked up, has the far wrist captured. We're down to 50 seconds to go.
Restart with 4 seconds left, tied at 2 here in overtime.
And Levi Svem has the bar half locked up on Jackson Holter, working for the fall for the Lisbon Broncos. And then Levi Svem wins by fall over Jackson Holter and advances to the championship match. The Broncos able to string together some wins here in the championship round at 152, 170, and 182.
2-2 the score. Another overtime period begins between Drew Swak of Bishop Ryan and Isaiah Farouk from Allendale Edgley Column. And Swak will get away. Strike that Caruth will get away. And it took extended overtime, but Isaiah Caruth onto the championship from Allendale Edgley Column at 160 pounds.
And Matt, number 11, 195-pound semifinal between Braden Seltzler for the Velvet Aggies wrestling Mason Olander and Salem Almont. Seltzler, Salem East-West champ. You know, Olander's going to pick up a 2-point takedown. Both seniors going at it here on mat number 11. Seltzler, 34-4 record, wrestling Olander, senior from Salem Almont, 17-5.
Mat number 9, Jay Snitsky from South Border, Cole Henderson from Northern Lights. That is a 170-pound semifinal.
Seltzler gets a 2-point reversal. He ties it up 2-2 with 45 seconds to go in the first period. Now trying to tilt over Olander. Olander grabs ahead, gets Seltzler. Seltzler able to roll through, gets base down.
Nitschke will get a takedown. And then to his feet is Henderson. So 2-1, and they come out of bounds. 1:03 to go first period. Again, that's 170-pound semifinals.
Olander scores a 1-point escape in that scramble. He leads 3-2 over Braden Seltzler from the Velvet Aggies. Down to 10 seconds to go. They're right on the edge of the mat. Time expires here in the first period. Now Seltzler takes Olander right down to his back with a 2-point takedown. And also 2 near falls. So Seltzler grabs the lead here at the end of this first period, 6-3.
Scramble over on mat number 9. We're going to get a stop for a stalemate. It's a 2-1. Cole Henderson from Northern Lights trailing Jason Nitschke from South Border.
The start of the second period, Braden Seltzler starts in this bottom position. He's up 6-3. Trying to make it to the championship for the second year in a row. Now Seltzler with a 1-point escape. He is up 7-3 at the minute 40 mark in the second period.
First period is going to end at mat number 9. Nitschke from South Border 2, Henderson from Northern Lights 1. And Henderson will be on top to begin the second period. Up to his feet is Nitschke. Henderson's going to lose him, and Nitschke extends his lead to 3-1. And Henderson went right for the double leg, low double leg, and came out of bounds.
Still a 7-3 lead for Braden Seltzler at 195-pound semifinal bout in the second period, under 50 seconds to go. Seltzer leads Olander by a score of 7-3.
They're going over to 7 a.m. to listeners. And women's switches will be in. The dealer is open to 10 minutes. Round of whiskey bags. We will roll over the legislations, qualifiers, and place rounds. We will start introductions for the finals at 3 o'clock tomorrow, with individual state championships starting at 3:30. That's the plan tomorrow. Once again, doors open for wrestlers at 7 a.m. Ladies and skin checkers.
1 minute left in the second period. Jason Ishki from South Quarter 3. Cole Henderson from Northern Lights 1. That is the 170-pound semifinals.
Come on, get away.
And 2 more matches after this one. 82 and 95 is all that's left on mat number 9. Well, just one left here on mat number 11.
Yeah, Seltzler still with this 7-3 lead. They're starting the third period up over Mason Olander. Looking at the team points, top 5 team points. New Salem Almont in the lead with 158 points. Second place, Lisbon Broncos with 131. In third place is South Border with 105. In fourth place is Velvet Aggies with 78. And rounding out top 5, the Killdeer Cowboys with 72 points.
And the second period is going to end on mat number 9. Jay Snitsky from South Quarter 3. Cole Henderson from Northern Lights 1.
And Olander scores an escape now, a 7-4 lead for Braden Seltzler. Olander goes to the work on the collar tie on Seltzler. Seltzler snaps down. Olander now goes underhook.
Final period on mat number 9. Nitschke 3 from South Quarter. Henderson from Northern Lights 1. Make that 3-2 as Henderson gets up and gets an escape here. Just over 90 seconds left to wrestle between these two.
Final 40 seconds in the third period. On mat number 11, 195-pound semifinal ball between Olander. Olander is going to go underhook, overs, tries to throw Seltzler. Seltzler is going to pick up a 2-point takedown. He has Olander collecting near fall on his back on the edge of the mat. So it's now a 12-4 lead for Braden Seltzler. They're down to the final 12 seconds to the third period.
Restart over on mat number 9. Nitschke 3, Henderson 2. That one 1 minute left to go on the 170-pound semis.
And making his way to the championship match at 195 pounds is Braden Seltzler. Wins by major decision 12-4 over Mason Olander. You'll see him tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon in the finals at 195 pounds in North Dakota State Class B boys.
.30 seconds to go on mat number 9. Nitschke 3, Henderson 2.
And there is your winner at 190.
Wrestlers at the edge of the mat. Nitschke trying to keep Henderson in bounds. He can't, and that will pause the reset with 14 seconds left to wrestle. Henderson comes to shoot on the double leg. Sprawling out is Nitschke, and Henderson will try the double leg again. Nitschke will control his upper body. Looks at the clock. 3 seconds left. 2 seconds. 1. And this will be a final. Jason Nitschke will get the win here by a final 3-2. Nitschke onto the championship at 170.
Another 195-pound semifinal. Connor Harvey has Plato locked up on Daniel Schumacher. He's going to win by fall and advances to the championship match. So Connor Harvey over Daniel Schumacher advances to the championship bout at 195 pounds.
Harvey coming in 14-1 on the season. Schumacher 26-2 on the season. As we now move to mat number 9, Ivan Caruth from Allendale Edgeley Column, Tristan Picas from Henninger Scranton. And this will be the last match for 182 pounds in the final match here in the Class B semifinals. Team points right now, New Salem Almont 158, Lisbon 131, South Porter 105.
Yeah, Caruth and Pecos, that's a 182-pound semifinal ball. That's still scoreless in the first period with a minute 23 remaining.
Closing a minute to go. Caruth 32-6 on the year. Pecos 34-11.
Yeah, New Salem Almont now has a 27-point lead. They're going into day 2 over the Lisbon Broncos.
Broncos have their work cut out for them if they want to repeat as champions. They're also, it's cliche, you control what you can. They got to win their matches, but they got to look for a couple upsets to happen along the way.
Class B semifinal action at 170 pounds.
40 seconds left to go in the first period between Caruth and Pecos.
South Florida's against
On the girls' side, going into the final day leading, Bismarck 148, Minot 136, Central Cass 112. Class A, it's Bismarck 120.5, West Fargo Cheyenne 116, Bismarck Century 110.5, West Fargo 107.
Yeah, Caruth and Pecos still scoreless in the first period, just holding the center of the mat, trading collar ties, doing some hand fight and head position. And they will go into the second period scoreless. Caruth defers, Pecos chooses bottom to start this second period.
And the final match of the entire day number 1 started at 9:30 this morning. We started at 10 o'clock this morning. We'll start again same time tomorrow with eyeing a 3:30 start time for the championship. Duels will begin Saturday at 10 o'clock. It'll be the first round, second round, placing round beginning at 3. Pecos trying to stand up. Caruth just keeps kind of working him back towards the mat as Pecos stands up, and Caruth looking for a big mat return here. Almost lost his grip on Pecos, but will hang on as there's less than a minute and a half to go in the first period. Minute 10 and counting to go. Second period. I should say we are in the second period. No score between Caruth from Allendale Edry Cullum and Pecos Hettinger Scranton. We're going to stop for potentially dangerous.
Yeah, the winner of this match here on mat number 9 will face Levi Sfem. Sfem coming up with a pin over Jackson Holter.
And coming up to his feet is Pecos. Will get the escape and takes the lead 1-0. 40 seconds left to go in the second period, and Caruth is going to release his hold on Pecos. Caruth was trying to set up a throw, and Pecos just sidestepped it. 10 seconds to go in the second period. Again, Caruth from EEK, Pecos from Hettinger Scranton, 182-pound semifinals. Last match of day number 1 is it's gotten a little bit quieter here in the Fargo Dome as fans making their way home. EEK fans still fully in attendance as the second period will end, and Tristan Pecos will take a 1-0 lead going into the final 2 minutes. And Pecos will be on top right away, trying to break down Caruth. Caruth trying to turn his hips around for a reversal, and he's going to get it. And Caruth, a 2-1 lead. I don't want to say Caruth didn't do too much because he did a whole lot, but he kind of waited for Pecos to make that first response to him trying to stand up.
He just countered that, had a game plan set up, was able to sit out and get around behind for a 2-point reversal.
90 seconds left to go in this match. And Caruth got to be careful here because he's trying to shut down the shoulders of Pikus. But if Pikus can slide himself through, he'll get to his way and he'll take the lead. And that's exactly what he's about to do here. He'll get those two, and then Tristan Pikus will go in front 3-2, and they're out of bounds.
Ivan Caruth able to get back up to his base, started to turn the corner, get called out of bounds for a restart.
I think Caruth kind of maybe a little loose there with the control over Pikus, trying to put in that pinning combination as Caruth trying to get a turn, or rather Pikus trying to get a turn of Caruth here in this final minute. And it will be a defensive pin for Ivan Caruth, and he'll get the win. How about that for a finish, Brent? Pikus was running a little high on Caruth, and Caruth just leaned back and finished it off.
Yeah, Tristan Pikus still trying to figure out what happened there on that defensive pin.
Yeah, nice finish for Ivan Caruth from Elgin Ledgley. Call him a Region 1 wrestler. He is on to the championship at 182 pounds. So there you go. Day number 1 in the books here. Our team leaders will start with Class A. Bismarck at 120.5. West Fargo Cheyenne at 116. Bismarck Century 110. West Fargo 107. For the girls, it's Bismarck 148. Minot 136. Central Cass 112. Bismarck Legacy 110. And at Class B, New Salem Almont 158. Lisbon 131. South Border 116. And Velva 90. Those are the team leaders in points through day number 1 of this wrestling tournament. We'll be in our coverage again tomorrow. That comes your way at 10 o'clock with the Wrestleback round. We'll have that coming up. Championship round will begin around 3:30. Placing round as well. Tomorrow we'll have all that coming your way. Thanks for joining us, though, here on day number 1. You've been listening to coverage of the state wrestling tournament on YourLiveEvent.com.